Hey everyone, this is Catalin. This is actually pretty late at night. It's 2 a.m. But I just had this thought because I've been working on something, and I had this thought I want to share with you. So here it is. What if confidence is not a good indicator of future success? And confidence is an indicator that a lot of us use consciously or subconsciously to dictate our decisions, right? Who do we follow? What do we buy? All these things. We're looking for people that can give us confidence, right? Especially now with the coronavirus. Fortunately or unfortunately, presidents and heads of state, because of people that are afraid, I'm assuming this is the only thing they can do is assurance. They can give assurance, and they can give people the confidence that they will have the solution to the problems that people have, because people are afraid, so they're scared, so they need that confidence. So it seems like in the world, in a business environment, political environment, and other things like that, the way people filter each other is by confidence. Now, let's look at confidence for a second. From a personality perspective, and I learned from the psychology literature I've read. So you have the big 5 personality traits. So you have extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and conscientiousness. And not all of those are relevant for this conversation. The one that's relevant for this conversation is extroversion, which is composed of enthusiasm and something else I don't know. Now, what I do know is extroversion is highly correlated with positive emotion, right? I was just thinking I'm very tired, so I might have errors in my brain right now. So extroversion is highly correlated with positive emotion. Now, what is confidence? If you look at the literature, confidence is a tricky thing, because what we know is that people that are confident are really extroverted. They really have a lot of positive emotion. So people that are confident, and I'm one of them, right? Like I think a 98 out of 100 extroverted person, is not that I am confident per se because I understand everything and I know my environment so well, so I choose to be confident. Because what confidence is, I think it is the projection of a positive outcome in the future. That's what seems to be confidence, right? So you would assume that people are confident when they really understand what they're doing, they know they have a lot of information at hand, and they are confident in what they're doing because they can project a positive outcome. Now, for extroverted people, what happens is that is not the case. People that are confident not because they understand their environment so well, but because they don't see the risks. Because what is positive emotion? Is the absence of negative emotion. What is negative emotion? Which is highly correlated with neuroticism, the other trait. Neuroticism makes you see risks, makes you cynical, makes you doubt assumptions, makes you do all those things. So that is a more accurate representation of having a good, accurate assessment of the possibility of a positive outcome. Extroversion, on the other case, is just the absence of negative emotion. So you don't see the risks. You basically are confident about the future because you don't really understand the future. That's it. So, and again, there's a lot of hypothesis in this thing, and I could be wrong, but roughly speaking, it seems to me that this is the case. Now, if this is the case, and I think I've heard Ray Dalio in an interview with on the Artificial Intelligence podcast with Lex Friedman, talking about confidence actually being an inverse correlator with success in a lot of situations. We use confidence as a way to dictate our decisions when in fact it's not an accurate representation of future success. So this is a flaw in the system. It's a hypothesis I'm bringing to the table. Again, I might be wrong, but if I'm not, it is the case that this is a flaw in the system. We follow leaders not just because they're brave and they're courageous and they're confident, but because they do not see all the dangers, they do not see all the risks, they do not have all the information. That's why they are confident, that's why they are courageous. So it's such a tricky thing. The reasoning behind personalities, to begin with, is that we are all different and we all have different mixes, dynamic mixes of personality types. And that is the case because there's so many problems in the world that no matter the problem that comes at hand to us, you want a person or a group of people that can tackle those problems. That's why there's so much cognitive diversity and biological diversity in personalities, because personalities are indeed to a high degree, as far as I'm aware, biologically bounded. So it means you're born with them, they're genetically determined. So that's very, very fascinating. That's a very good thing. So basically extroversion, it's a high risk, high reward strategy that goes along with confidence, that goes along with people following you, but that's not for the reasons that people believe. So this is a flaw in the system. This is a flaw in the system, and it's something that we could potentially fix. I'm working on a marketing operating system, right? And the problem in marketing is you make decisions by meeting people, by asking them questions, by all this stuff, which all of them leave a big degree of bias to be at hand. So the solution that I was thinking is, if you can get access to a certain metrics and certain data points, you can make the decision in a quantitative way without including all those emotional aspects, and you can actually determine what are the companies that are going to be the most successful, what are the marketing strategies they need to do, without kind of leaning on this is just one of them, like the confidence bias, whatever it is. So in any case, I'm getting all over the place. I'm gonna go to sleep in a bit. Hope this video was useful, and I hope you're well. Bye-bye.